Today, I want to talk about how to let the automatic success mechanism work for you. I'm going to start with a little story, a story about myself. You see, there was a time in my life where I thought that everything I needed to achieve was going to come from my conscious effort. I used to work so hard to achieve my goals. Take, for example, the time I was looking for a job. I thought to myself, if I just work hard every single hour of my day, I'll get what I need. But the more I worked hard, the more it felt difficult. It felt like I wasn't getting any results. Working so hard day and night only yielded frustration on my end. I learned that I wasn't trusting some part of me to achieve the goals. It's like I didn't trust the universe to help me achieve the goal I set for myself. If you're following our videos and our philosophy, one thing that we've always talked about is the power of your mind. But today, I want to tell you something that you probably know, which is there is something out there in the universe, a creative force that always propels us to the best goals and does it when we relax. In this video, I'm going to talk about the automatic success mechanism. What is it? How do you use it? And how do you use it to build wealth? How do you use it to achieve your goals? First, what is the automatic success mechanism? Now, in the last video, I talked about self-image. I told us that the self-image is the view we have of ourselves. And I told you that according to the self-image psychology, that we humans achieve the goals they set for themselves only if it aligns with the image that you have of yourself. I told us examples of how people who go out and work hard to become strong athletes, they visualize themselves already as strong athletes before they become strong athletes. Now, I want to focus today in this video to talk about the mechanism, the inbuilt instinct inside of us that enables us to achieve these goals, and that is called automatic success mechanism. Let's take example and think of the human body. The human body has about 30 to 40 trillion cells, all with complex interactions. The autonomic nervous system is the faculty of the body that ensures that every part of our body works smoothly without conscious thought. Have you ever given conscious thought to your heartbeat? Have you ever given conscious thought to your breath, to your digestion? No, most of us don't. I don't sit around thinking about how to make my heart beat faster or slower. Now, you might be able to do that, but I certainly don't. The automatic nervous system is the faculty that makes sure that every part of my body functions smoothly. The Creator has put inside of us a similar mechanism, a creative mechanism in our minds that helps us achieve our goals. But most of the times we stand in the way of this creative mechanism. We doubt, we're afraid, or we don't give it a good instruction, a good goal. The automatic success mechanism is the inbuilt mechanism inside every one of us that helps us stay goal-directed and helps us achieve the goals that we set for ourselves. This philosophy was popularized in the late 90s by a psychologist named Dr. Maxwell Maltz. Maxwell Maltz tells us of the stories of very successful scientists, athletes, stars, superstars who've been able to use the creative mechanism inside them to achieve the goals they've set for themselves. Today, I'm going to tell you how to activate the automatic success mechanism that is in you to help you achieve the goals that you've set for yourself. Before I go into that, I want to bring you to nature. Nature is always filled with examples of how the creative instinct works. Take, for example, birds that are migrating. A bird born in the winter has no maps, hasn't read any map books, doesn't get weather reports, yet they know exactly how to navigate to the next place. They have an inbuilt mechanism that tells them where cold weather is and where the warm weather is. Take another example. When fishes hatch, they are hatched upstream, but they're able to go and find their way back to where they feed through the mechanism inbuilt in them that directs them to that goal. The Creator did not shortchange us, my friends. I'm here to tell you that the same mechanism is in us, and even in a more powerful way. Why? We can set our goals. Birds and animals, they don't get to set their own goals. Most of their goals are already preset. It's mostly about procreation and self-preservation. But we, as humans, we can use our imagination to set different types of goals. We can set goals to become more creative, set goals to make more money, set goals to find a suitable mate for us, and this is where the creative mechanism inside of us can direct us to help us achieve that goal. The automatic success mechanism. What is it? The automatic success mechanism is the inbuilt navigation system that we all have that drives us towards success. I've told you the story of how birds navigate to their destination with an inbuilt mechanism, how fishes of the sea navigate towards their destination with inbuilt mechanism. The same inbuilt minute mechanism and even more powerful is inside of us. Maxwell Maltz talked about this in his book, Psycho-Cybernetics. There is a mechanism inside of every one of us that is creative, that is powerful, and that can help us achieve our goals, if only we know how to trust it and let it work. My friends, most of us are always involved in conscious problem solving, consciously identifying problems. I'm here to tell you that the most important creative solutions of modern day did not come from just sitting and consciously thinking. Most innovators and scientists and creatives alike have always told us stories of how they got creative answers to problems when they were busy relaxing, when they were taking a shower, when they're going on a walk. And you, my friend, you might have had an experience like this. You were in a shower and an idea to a problem that you were already thinking of popped into you. If you have not experienced that, I challenge you to try that today. Go and take a shower and spend time in the shower, and as you are, let the ideas that come into you begin to be aware of them. Now, I digress. The automatic success mechanism is inbuilt in us. It is related to the self-image, because once we can trust that automatic success mechanism, our self-image takes on a new approach. It becomes much more powerful, much more robust. Now, there are 5 basic principles to letting the automatic success mechanism work for you. 1. Aim. Without a goal, an aim, the automatic success mechanism doesn't know what to give to you. You've got to give it a goal. What is the goal that you want to achieve? You have to write it clearly to yourself. You've got to know that goal. The aim gives the system a focus. That focus is what the automatic success mechanism relies on in helping you achieve that goal. The second part is trust. The automatic success mechanism relies on you being able to trust it. Because it works in such a powerful way, when you relax, when you learn to trust it, it begins to bring you powerful results. The third principle is learning. Now, as a child, when we learned how to walk, if we fell down in the process of walking, no sane parent would tell their child, oh well, because you failed, because you fell down, you're going to stop walking. Most parents simply encourage the child to keep walking. The same way you have in every other part of your life, you've learned how to fail, make mistakes, but also you course correct. The automatic success mechanism is a goal-oriented mechanism, but in the path of seeking its goals, it would hit obstacles. You get to obstacles sometimes. Being able to accept that the mistakes that we have during this period is important as we course correct. The fourth mechanism is doing. Now, when I mean doing, I don't mean just the frantic doing and the conscious doing. I mean letting the automatic success mechanism do its job, stepping out of the way. Now, how do you step out of the way of your creative mechanism? How do you get out of the way so it can do its thing? Here are some things I like to do to get out of the way. Living in the present moment. The present moment, as I've told us in these videos, in our philosophy, is the point of power. In the present moment, you're able to take clear, concise action. And if you cannot take action, you're able to accept what is going on in the present moment. When we learn to live in the present moment, we begin to act from a real and a more powerful place. We begin to let the automatic success mechanism do things for us. And final, last but not the least, is relax. There's nobody who has achieved anything important by just sheer will. The act of relaxation, the act of letting go, the act of being relaxed is a very powerful thing according to self-image psychology. Maxwell Maltz, in his book, he told us of so many ways that you can learn to relax. Most people learn to relax by meditating, others by sitting calm and imagining themselves in a really calm environment. But whatever you do, remember the 5 basic principles. Aim. You have to give your success mechanism a direction, a goal. 2, you've got to trust it. You cannot achieve that without trusting it. 3, you have to do. And by doing, I don't mean consciously doing. I mean letting it do its job. By 4, relaxing. And finally, my friends, if you can trust the automatic success mechanism, as every other organism in nature does, as nature has shown us, you will realize that that power inside of you, that creative force inside of you, will always lead you to your goals. I want to tell you one story. You see, when I was studying engineering, there were times when I would work so hard on a problem and the answers were not coming through. It just felt like, oh man, maybe it's me. I don't know this thing or not. But no, it wasn't me. I was standing in my own way. The problem was I was focused too much on the conscious act of problem solving, and I forgot the creative part of problem solving. Now, when I started trusting myself, taking a step back, I'd go take a small nap, for example, I'd wake up with a clear path to solving the problem that was faced before me. You might have faced the same thing too. You know, when those times when you have something you need to do, but you have no idea how you do it. And then you wake up in the morning and bam, it's like there's a flash of inspiration. All of a sudden, the answer is right there before you. The hunch that we get in this process is important. When you set a goal, for example, if your goal is to make $100,000 in 2 years, you begin to trust your automatic success mechanism. As it brings you elements of reality for you to take action, you begin to take inspired action. Your actions are no longer from a place of struggle and strain and stress like most of us feel in today's world. Do you know that most people are just stressed out constantly by thinking? Overthinking is a problem of our modern day society because we do not know when to stop thinking. There's a path that thinking plays. Thinking plays a role in really gathering the information, analyzing the problem, identifying the problem that you're solving. But thinking is not very efficient when it comes to actually solving it. In fact, sometimes when you think too much, you jam the process, the creative process of solutions. Relaxing with a goal and learning to trust is the most important thing I can share with you today. Now, one more practical thing I want to leave you with before this video ends is how can you build a role model, an image, a self-image of wealth? Here's one tip for you. What kind of wealth do you want to embody? And who are the role models that you can sort of model? One thing I started doing lately in my life is to collect biographies of very successful people who I admire. One of my role models is Tony Robbins. I'd watch his videos. I'd get inspiration from him. I'll put together some of this information in a special journal. I would always look at him and imagine myself talking to him. When you build a powerful base of role models, you begin to think like your role models, you begin to act like them, and you begin to use your creative mechanism to achieve the goals that your role models have achieved. My friends, the automatic success mechanism is there for you. It is the creator's mechanism for you to be successful. That mechanism is in everything in nature, and it's in you. And these videos are all about calling to your attention the greatness that lies inside of you. The self-image psychology is a popular thing. You can go check it out for yourself. But in this video, before you leave, I want you to write down one goal that you're going to use your automatic success mechanism to achieve. And I want you to come back in a month's time and tell us how this has helped you. If this video has helped you, do me a favor. I want you to like this video, save it somewhere so you can always refer to it whenever you need an inspiration. And if you have somebody you can share this video with, go ahead and share it with them. It does wonders to expand the world, to open the consciousness of the world to the powers that lies beneath us. Until next time, it's Newell Ade, and I'm wishing you the very best success. Cheers. Remember to live strong and to live passionately. I'll see you soon.